Hello, everyone. Are you a reseller or thinking about becoming a reseller? Well, you're at the right place. Today, I have an open panel. We're going to discuss reselling. We're going to discuss the various platforms, eBay, Poshmark, possibly Etsy. I have several guests on my panel right now. I have two that may or may not be able to come due to availability. Again, it's open chat, guys. If any of you would like to join us as well, you're welcome. I can have up to 6 people in the chat. And again, I looks like I know almost every one of you in the chat, so you're more than welcome. What I'll do is if I have you as a Facebook friend, I can send you the link through Facebook Messenger. If not, I'll put it right in the chat, and you guys are more than welcome to join us and discuss reselling. Again, if you have any questions, I'm going to have my various guests on. We'll talk about their specialties, and it's just going to be kind of like a free-for-all and just a place for us to gather because we're kind of like locked in at home. The thrift stores are closed. And we'll just talk about sourcing and then different reselling related topics, and just make it a place for you guys to basically unwind a little bit and just talk about reselling and kind of like this. I think Beth had said before, kind of like a chat around the water cooler, so to speak. So let me bring up my 2 guests, and we'll get this party started. Okie dokie. Oh, we don't want to do that. We'll do this. There we go. All right, Maggie, why don't you introduce yourself first?
Oh, hi. I'm Maggie, known as Maggie Doodle on YouTube. I in the YouTube chats anyway, not on YouTube. Yeah, I'm a seller on Amazon, Poshmark, and recently Macari.
Okay, and Miss Beth.
Beth, I live in Houston.
Queen of Hearts.
What? Oh, Queen of Hearts. My name is Beth. I live in Houston. I go by Reseller Rowboat, and I have 2 eBay stores, Poshmark, Macari, and Amazon. I used to have Etsy, but I closed my Etsy account.
Okay, that's a good topic to start with. Why don't we start? Again, guys, it's going to be kind of a free-for-all. I wrote some bullet points down as far as conversations. And again, please feel free to ask questions of my guests or myself. And again, if anyone wants to come in, there's Miss Crystal. I was just giving you props, Crystal, about the great job you're doing making the face mask for the frontline workers, the healthcare workers, and also you're selling them at your cost. And for everyone that you produce and sell at cost, you're donating to the healthcare workers. So there's an added girl. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Okay, Beth, why don't you touch into speak about why you got out of Etsy?
I got out of Etsy because the platform was just a drag for me. I probably had an Etsy account for about 2 years, and I would get a sale maybe every 3 months. It's just one of those things that I would just kind of forget about and not really, work on it very much. I never really got the hang of how to put things on sale. When I put them on sale, I could never really tell that they were on sale. It just didn't work for me. And I had a lot of vintage items and a lot of handmade items.
You had handmade as well.
When I first started, I wasn't getting notifications that things were selling. So I lost a couple of sales from the very beginning because I wasn't getting notifications on my phone. I guess I wasn't seeing them in my email box. I don't know.
Is that something?
And for the time,
you have to set
and I don't get a lot of sales on Macari either, but the difference between Etsy and Macari is much easier to list on. So I can list an item on Macari probably in 1.5 to 2 minutes. There's not that much to fill out, but Etsy is very, very tedious filling out the listings, and I was just taking too much time to list things over there that weren't selling. I may eventually go back to it. It just wasn't something I could give that much time to.
Now you're having good luck with Macari.
I am now. I took everything out of my Macari in December because I just wasn't selling anything. I tried selling plushes. Everyone kept telling me plushes sold so well. I even put some of my parts over there, clothing, t-shirts, caps. They just weren't selling. So I took them all off. And then in, I think, March, I started putting things up there and really working on the program daily now. And I actually had 3 sales yesterday on Macari, and I've never had 3 sales in one day over there. So I've also started doing their smart pricing, and I started that last week. So I probably had, 5 sales this week. So I kind of attribute that maybe to turning the smart pricing on. I don't know.
But once you I don't sell on that platform. Why don't you tell us what smart pricing is?
Well, smart pricing is just, you have something listed for $20 and you turn smart pricing on and it'll say, the lowest I will ever go is 15 on this item, or they give you a price already suggested.
Okay.
You can change it if you want. You can say 12 or 18 or whatever. And then after a while, I haven't figured out how they decided yet, because I did all of this at the same time, and they call that the floor price. It's the bottom line. And they changed that price. I think it's based on views, how many views you're getting. And so some of them that I just put on smart pricing last week have already hit the floor price. And then it'll tell me you've hit your floor price. And the floor price that they're giving me is more than I would even take an offer for. So I was happy with the way they left it.
Okay, now are they like with eBay? Do they have like these inflated prices that they suggest, or they're pretty online?
Yeah, I don't know what they suggest. I list them for exactly what I list on eBay. If it's first class, I charge shipping, which is $4.99 to the customer. So all I have to do is print Macari's label. If it's jeans or something I can fit in a padded flat rate, I just add $8 to my price and give them free shipping. And that way I know if an offer does come in, I know how much to adjust my counter offer or to accept it.
Okay, so you think it's kind of like eBay, that when the algorithm gets triggered, you get more sales?
I think so. And the other thing that I do every day on Macari is I just on my phone. That's the other thing I don't like about Macari is some things you can do on your phone, and sometimes a lot of things you have to do from your phone and you can't do on the computer. I wish they would just fix that, because I don't like to do things on my phone. I like to see everything on a big screen. But I do go on my phone, and if I have interest on my items, I go ahead and send offers to people. You can do that just like you do on eBay. And sometimes I'll just pick like 10 items. I think that's actually your maximum that you can do. No, it's not. You can do more than that. I pick like 10 items and I just edit and then hit save, edit, hit save. I don't change anything, but supposedly that brings your item back up top to search. So I do about 10 a day while I'm watching TV.
Gotcha. Okay, Beth, can you turn your volume down a little? We have like gremlins or something in the background. I put your.
Gosh, I thought I had it down all the way.
Yeah,
maybe I need to put my headphones
it could just be StreamYard. I don't know why. That's why I put my earbuds in.
on. Maybe I need to put my headphones on.
Still have it. Yeah.
I'll get out of some stuff from my boss, and then I can
sure, no problem.
Put my headphones on.
Yeah, I just thought if I put mine in it, then it would solve it. And Maggie put hers on.
I can barely hear you.
Okay, do what you got to do. That's fine.
Uh-huh.
It just says like it sounds like a Friday the 13th. We were like,
yeah.
I'm sure Maggie.
It's usually me.
Okay.
I'm used to it.
So on Macari, Beth, if you use that smart pricing, have you your things sold? Have you had to then make offers to sell the things that you sold, or did they just buy it for whatever that floor price was?
Yesterday I had 2 that just bought for whatever it was on the price, and one they made an offer and I accepted it.
They made an offer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at this point right now, I'm pretty much accepting anything, because I don't pay hardly anything for these things that I'm listing over there. So.
You're getting most of your stuff at the bin store, right? Beth?
I'm gonna put my headphones on, guys, and hopefully that'll help.
I said you're still getting most of your. Let's just plug it in. She can't hear me. Live streaming, guys.
There you go.
We'll see when she can hear us, and we'll start talking. Hello, can you hear me now? Is the Verizon?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, well, you can turn your volume down. I was going to ask you a question. I forgot. Oh, you're still getting things at the bins, correct? You still have 2 bins close to you?
Yeah, but not right now. Of course, they're closed.
Hey.
Right. Hello, Miss Alexis.
It's way too loud. I'm gonna have to change.
Well, we got a little feedback. I think she's taking care of that.
Alexis.
She's turning her volume up.
She's still going on
YouTube. Yeah.
1 minute, please.
You got it. She's a YouTube veteran, and she made the rookie mistake. Even Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, does that often.
That makes me feel so much better when you veterans do it.
Yeah. It was so funny today because I told you, Maggie, I was trying to share it on these different Facebook groups. I must have shared 200, links to the show over the last couple of years. All of a sudden, none of my links would work.
Oh,
I cleared my cache in Chrome. That didn't work. I turned my computer off, restarted it. That didn't work. It's like, are you serious?
that's
like,
weird.
It would let me post it on my Facebook page and my Adam's Exploits page, and that was it. I couldn't post it in any of the groups, almost like I wasn't a member of the group.
Huh. That's really odd.
So then I went and I used, I don't know what it's called anymore, the Explorer. I forget what it's called, the new Microsoft browser. And I was able to do it.
Microsoft Edge.
Yes. And I was able to do it with Edge. It's like, well, I might be old, but I'm not stupid. So I'll figure a workaround,
How are you, Alexis?
I'm well, Maggie. Is my feedback gone?
You're fine now.
Sounds fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hi, Beth. Good to see you. Thank you for having me on, Adam.
Yes, you said you were the first guest the first person I ever had on in my show, right? As far as your first time you've been on live on a chat.
Yes, that's right. You were the first person I ever went live with.
Why don't you introduce yourself, and then I want to get to Cha-Cha's question. Why don't you introduce yourself for people that don't know you?
Okay, well, my name's Alexis. I am owner and sole proprietor of KIT Enterprises, which stands for Keep in Touch. I have a YouTube channel. I do all kinds of reseller related content, and I have just started getting into ASMR. So I've been pre-recording some stuff. I don't know how that's going to work out, but hi.
And I used to know this, but like I said, I'm getting old, so I forget. I know there's Ask Me Anything. ASMR is what, like daily vlogs kind of thing?
I don't know exactly what it stands for, to be honest with you, but I know that it's the type of videos that people use to either relax or to, oh, my cat's trying to get in, either relax or to, I think I have a phone call I got to take.
No problem.
I'm so sorry.
No problem. What you got to do? I just, Todd Flippin' Hustler had recommended that he listens to a lot of positivity, different videos overnight. I actually tried doing one last night. It was like this music, relaxing music. I use it with my Amazon Echo, the Alexis. I say, Alexis, play relaxing sounds or something. And then she asked me, what do you want me to play? It's like, oh, geez, come on, Alexis. Have you figured this out yet?
Autonomous sensory meridian response. That's
okay. Look at Crystal. She knows all that neat stuff.
That's right. I know. I know now.
She knows, and of course, Michelle knows all that stuff. I tell you guys, Michelle, the super mod. If you ever need a phone or friend on any kind of trivia show, you want Michelle. She knows all this information. It's like, Michelle, could you answer that for me, please?
Yeah, and Sally knew that too, huh? I never.
Yes, I told you.
Nikki says, I think ASMR is creepy, but lots of people like it.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently it's a big thing. So
I want to learn how to meditate. That's what I want to learn how to do.
So if I could make a suggestion just quickly,
sure.
I have fallen out of practice with meditating, but I have found that when I first started, it was easier to just take 5 minutes and literally allow yourself just 5 minutes. If you can do 5 minutes, if you can't do 5 minutes, then do 4 minutes. If you can't do 4 minutes, then you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then just build on that and literally just try and not empty your mind, but to allow the thoughts to just come and go without
judging. Yeah.
Without judgment. And they come and they go. And
you just let them come. You don't try to concentrate on any specific subject.
But you let them go also. You don't focus on them or start thinking. And then if you find yourself going down the path, because you'll find the thought come into your mind and you start following it. And then when you
what happened? I lost you? What's
that? I don't know.
We lost. Maggie is muted for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. That happens to me sometimes.
Mute her. Unmute mic. Maggie, you're muted. I don't know why. Can you try? Oh, there you go. Try.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Yep.
now. I can hear you now.
You.
You can't hear us?
Hmm.
Oh, StreamYard. Beth, can you hear us?
Can't hear.
Yeah, and now I can't hear Beth.
I just you and I now, I guess. Beth, you can't hear us either?
Beth can hear
Beth
us.
can hear us. Okay, I'm going to type in the chat here. I'll just say, Maggie, try leaving and coming back.
Yeah, I've had this issue, I thought, on my own.
Yeah, I never had that before. I've had like the gremlin.
Hello. No?
Beth, I can
I
hear
can hear you
Beth.
now, Beth. We can hear you.
Okay, great. Do you want to see? Sorry, I had to let my dog out. Do you want to see what I meditate with?
Sure.
This is called Rituals for Transformation, a 108-day journey to your sacred life. And it's spiritual. It's not religious or anything. It's just spiritual.
Right.
And so what they do is they give you like, something to think about, and then they do a little blurb about it. And then you meditate for 5 minutes and you write. And then in the evening, you just reflect.
Okay.
I can handle 5 minutes. That's about all.
You let your mind be
I
still
lose
for
it
5
after
minutes?
5 minutes. I can't stay meditating for any longer than that. The only person I've ever been able to meditate for longer to is Deepak Chopra. He comes to my church once a year. He's awesome. And his voice is so soothing. And I have been able to actually meditate for about 20 minutes continuously with him only. So, and he does this thing where he starts out where you're smelling this rose. And that's how I get started. And that always gets me every time I can do it.
Are you mentally smelling a rose in your mind, or you're physically smelling a rose?
Yeah, and I always thought, because in our church we don't really pray. We pray, but we do a lot of meditation. And I always thought when you meditated that you weren't supposed to feel your body. So, like if I have my hands on my knees, I thought I wasn't supposed to feel my knees with my hands. But that's not how it is. They'll say, you feel your butt in the chair, you feel your hands on your knees, you feel your arm on the chair. You're supposed to concentrate on those things. And I thought it was the exact opposite. So I've been doing it wrong for like 10 years. So
whatever works.
No wonder I couldn't do it.
I think the idea is to be in the moment, to be where you are in this moment and just experience it. Because
Absolutely.
So this book is very expensive. It's like $40.
Right,
but I got a deal on it because
you're selling that on Amazon used.
No, but I got a deal on it because I ordered a planner that went with it, and so I got a whole bunch of money off of it. Okay, but I will never pay $40 for another one. But it's been the best thing I've used so far. I'm gonna order something different next time that's cheaper. Okay.
So I got your tip. Thank you, Chacha. Yeah, I've been experimenting. I put a lot of tags in. I put my name in the tags. I put live stream in the tags. I probably watch a dozen different YouTube creator shows. Not YouTube creators, but how to create YouTube content. I thought I was supposed to be going to a seminar May 1st. In Albany, New York, and of course, what happened. So it's going to be a video. Sharon messaged me. I guess maybe Sharon wants to join. Let's see.
So we're talking about YouTube tags.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Were y'all talking about YouTube tags?
Yes.
Talking about
yes.
Do you use the TubeBuddy deal where you double click?
I do.
Yeah, and it surprises me. Some of them that you double click on, they're like poor, and I'm like, what? And then you put in like one word and it's excellent, and you're just like, it makes no sense to me. But
well, yeah, it's funny. And again, I'll recommend it. Again, this is for the creators on the show. A lot of us do YouTube. Excuse me, a little frog on my throat. Live streaming pros. They actually had on Andrew from TubeBuddy yesterday as their guest. So, and he was talking about all those different features that are on TubeBuddy. And there's various things. There's the free version. There's the pro version, which I have, which is basically one step above free.
That's what I have.
Yeah. And then I'm not paying them $20 a month or whatever it is. I pay them I think $50, and it's for a lifetime. But you don't have all the things. Like I don't have like where you can compare the thumbnails. I think that's a neat feature. You can put one thumbnail up and it somehow evaluates that thumbnail, the response, and then you can pull that down and put another thumbnail out and it evaluates that thumbnail and it tells you which thumbnail performed better. But that's
Really?
like the paid version. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So now, is this
lot of great-
something that is a subscription, or is it something that you have to pay?
Well, like I
just for-
said, there's a free version which has very limited. There's the pro version which you can purchase like a one-time fee. I think it was like $50 for lifetime, and then there's like two different levels above that. The keywords is part of the pro version, which is pay like $50 for lifetime. Alexis is well worth it.
Okay.
Maggie's back. Yeah, it's well worth it. Definitely look into it.
I'm sorry. I just
No problem.
it keeps disconnecting me. It keeps disconnecting my sound.
Okay.
And do you have it securely plugged in? I guess.
Yeah, no, yes, I do, because I had the same issue
You hardwired?
yesterday on. Yeah.
That's what I had to do because I was doing a live stream once. All of a sudden, my feed went down, and I don't have the monitor. I don't use OBS. I could tell it went way down. I was like, "Oh, this is ridiculous." So again, talking to the people that I follow on these different YouTube creator channels, they said, "You don't want to hardwire." So my line is upstairs. My hookup's upstairs. My router, my modem. So I run that cable. It's like 70-foot cable. I run it from upstairs, and I run it all the way down the steps, and I plug hardwire, and it works relatively well. I mean, now you can't control it between StreamYard and YouTube and the internet. There's just so many issues with people being online and live streaming, and between Zoom and StreamYard, and people are just bombarding the internet, and they're using StreamYard for like family chats and things, which I understand. But
Yeah. We've been using Zoom for family thing.
Zoom for family. Beth used Zoom for Easter, right?
Yeah, it was kind of a disaster
You
as far as my parents were concerned.
You were like the technical advisor. I remember that.
Well, and then we did it again for a virtual baby shower, and they couldn't get in again. And so I said, I called my brother. I said, "You're handling this today. I can't do it again."
Bro.
Somebody back here said that they fall asleep when they try to meditate, and I had that same. I have actually fallen asleep in church when they've been. Yeah.
Junking Data Girl. First of all, I'm sorry I missed the morning show this morning. Secondly, she said that if it was all right with Adam,
I saw it. I'll have her post it and I'll approve it.
Cool. Because I've heard about the TubeBuddy, but I haven't looked into it at all. I did pull it up on a separate tab just now.
It's well worth it.
Yeah, like I said, I could pull. No, I'm going to do a screen share. I can pull it up. Let me just.
I know there are other things that I could do with it that I don't know about. Like you can go to someone's channel.
I can probably put
and you can do analytics on their channel.
Yes.
And you can compare your channel to their channel and their videos to your videos, and kind of see where you're at compared to them based on, like go to someone's channel that's doing what you are doing or what you want to do. Your competitors, basically.
Well, yeah, I could get myself in trouble doing all of that though, because
They don't know.
Well, no, but I mean, like in my own head, like I would be like,
oh yeah,
obsessive about like, okay, well, comparing and contrasting, and I'm just so much better when I feel no pressure and I'm allowed to just be myself.
And that's what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to stay in my lane right now. Just stay in my lane.
Right.
And quit thinking about other people and other people's numbers and other people's content, and just have fun with it, roll with it, and make friends.
Right.
So,
because I would think it would have to be enjoyable first for you.
Yeah. I mean, I never get up and go, oh gosh, I gotta upload a video today. I'm not like that. And I am starting to enjoy the editing process a little bit more because I'm getting faster at it, so it's not taking so much time. And I did mess up on yesterday's, but I accidentally cut out part of. I didn't realize it, and that's my fault. I didn't proofread it. I didn't.
It takes practice.
Let
me just post this real fast. I'm going to share my screen. I'll show you guys just the basic, and you can preview it on your leisure here.
well, thank you.
Let's see. Okay, and I don't have my phone up, so let me know if that's showing. You see that?
Yep.
Okay, so this is TubeBuddy, so it's just TubeBuddy.com, and I pulled up the pricing sheet. The one I have is Pro, but I don't pay the monthly fee. I think I pay like $49. I think what happens if you sign up for like a free version, they send you like a coupon code or something. Excuse me, the frogs in my throat today with these allergies. Or maybe I had the Legend. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I had the Pro, which is like $49. But these are different things it does. Tells you like how to, like different things you should be doing professionally, like sharing it on Twitter, this, that, and the other. Toolbar, links, notification, commenting. So it'll tell you if somebody comments, it'll send you an email, so to speak, or a notification. Emoji picker, COPA, it tells you if it's COPA approved. And then this is like just the basics. This is all limited here. End screen, it doesn't have, but in this one, it does have it, the Pro.
Yeah.
Go up to the Legend, but I don't want another recurring monthly fee. So I have the Pro. I pay like $49 or $59 for it. But just check it out at your leisure. And I really like the tag.
Do you feel like, because I'm the non-YouTuber in the bunch here,
Right.
So do you feel like it's worth your time to? Are you looking at your YouTube as just a self-expression kind of exercise, or are you really looking to use it as a income-based revenue?
Who are you asking?
Thing down the road, or?
Well, I'll go first. I'm about 90% helping people, self-expression, and we had the pre-chat about
And community.
how lonely reselling is in the community, and I don't really have family anymore, so it's me, and I feel like the reselling community is part of my family, and met some great people like you ladies, and it's great to know you guys. And you can network. I mean, I learned that when I was in sales. Network. So if I have a question maybe about book selling, Maggie, I'll come to you, or Beth will have a question about part selling. I can go to Beth. Alexis, I don't know what I would ask you, but you're pretty experienced on collectibles, right? Like artwork and things.
Yep.
So maybe I have a question about artwork, I'll go to you. I could go to Casey, Rockstar Flipper. I could go to David Jeffries, Thrifty Dad, ask him questions. I just reach out to people and connect with people, and it's a give and take. That's kind of how I feel anyway. I don't like it to be a one-way street. Yeah, I don't like it to be a one-way street. And again, what I explain a lot of times, if you're a regular to my channel, I explained that both my parents were school teachers. My sister's a school teacher. So it's kind of in my genes. But when I graduated from college, teachers were making like $13,000 a year. I said, I can't pay my bills on that. And my father used to have to work a part-time job before he got sick. So he worked full-time school teaching and part-time job. My mother would be a school teacher. And we still just had a small row house. They couldn't afford like a regular sized house. So I said, I don't want to do that for my career. And now, obviously, now teachers get a lot more money. They have a lot more respect. But, back then it was like $13,000 a year. I said, I can't live on that. So anyway, so that's why I like it too, because I like helping people and the community. And like I said, I like the friendliness of it. I like when people come to my channel and we're kind of like getting together and we're talking about problems or issues or how we can improve our sales, and give people an opportunity, maybe if they have a newer channel, or to come on and help them promote their channel if they're running auctions. I wanted to get into that a little bit too, about how to source now with the virus. How do you source? There's a lot of YouTube auctions, and I really love having experienced sellers on, because then they can share their skills and their tips and what they do and how their processes, and how you do things. I mean, like when Megan came on, was talking about selling jeans, and she had all the processes, and then I posted her sheet that she uses to list the jeans. I posted it in our Facebook group. That's in the description as well. It's the Reselling Rhythms Facebook group. So then I share things that I get from other resellers. I share them in the Facebook group, and I share them on the channel. Then I had, Maggie was on talking about book selling. I had Prof Sales on talking about book selling. David sells a little bit about everything. If you watch David Thrifty Dad, what's neat about David was, I don't know if most of you probably saw that video.
Yeah, it was a great interview.
But it was like he had 2 tattoo parlors, and he got into reselling because he was dating someone that was into eBay. And she said she wanted to become a power seller. And he said, what's that? And she told him what a power seller was. Oh, I'll kill that. I'll knock that out. No problem. And he did. And he made so much money reselling. He was just selling Yankee candles, of all things.
No way.
Yeah, he was selling Yankee candles when he first started. And he was making more money selling Yankee candles than he was in combined in both of his tattoo parlors. And I'm not a tattoo person, but apparently it's very expensive to get tattoos.
It really is.
They make decent money. He said that because I was making more money just doing eBay than I wasn't combined in both of my tattoo parlors. So he sold his tattoo parlors and he went full-time reselling. And he's making six figures. And then he decided to get a part-time job, I guess, because you know how reselling can be lonely. You're stuck in your cubicle listing, whatever. And then he said he wanted a part-time job. And then the story was basically he went to this, he was going to sell Crocs. And he was going to go to Crocs. And he was going to do like a variant on drop shipping. He was basically going to take pictures of all the Crocs in the store. And he was going to get orders on Crocs. And he was going to use his employee discount, purchase the Crocs, and then ship them out, which I thought was brilliant. What happened was David's was, I guess, late 40s, early 50s, and they thought they gave him the impression that he was too old to be selling Crocs, So he drove by a movie theater that was being built, and he talked to the people, and I said, well, we'll hire you as a bartender. I said, okay, that's no problem. So he's going to become a bartender. So then when they started building the theater, David says, look, I really want to start working. You got any jobs for me? Can I come and just wheelbarrow bricks around or cinder blocks around, or can I help you shovel or something? They said, sure, David, come and help us work with the crew. I said, okay. So they were really impressed with the work he did. So they said, okay, we're going to make you an assistant manager. They really enjoyed his work ethic. So here, what he didn't know was almost like an episode of Undercover Boss. The owner of the company and the vice president of the company were on site every day. And they were so impressed with David's work ethic, they made him, like I said, an assistant manager. So he never was the bartender. He became assistant manager. Within, I think, a month or two, they made him general manager of the theater. And he learned most of what he says he practices in that job. He learned from reselling. He said he didn't learn it in college. He didn't learn it from running his tattoo parlors. He didn't learn. He was in I think he said he was in the Army or the Navy. He didn't learn it in the military. He learned it from reselling. What I say is under promise and over deliver. It's all about customer service. So that's what he tried to provide at the theater. He tried to over deliver with the customer service, and everybody loved him. And so now, of course, movie theaters are closed, with the virus. So he's on unemployment, and eventually he'll go back, and I guess we'll do a reselling part time, and he'll do that, full time. But it was a neat story. And David's a neat guy, and David, it was funny. I was joking with David because he used to do was Saturday nights, was it, Beth, that he used to do a show, and he used to do a little liquid refreshments. And, he would by like halfway through the show, he would get a little peppery. And
that sounds like me.
Yeah. So I said, David, my show is G-rated, right? He goes, oh yeah. He goes, I was going to tell you about that, Adam. He goes, I want to be on my best behavior. I know that's how you run your show. Because I didn't want to bring that up, though. I said, okay, David. What was that line, Beth? You would give me that line about something about the chat. The chat's going.
He said,
so
I'm
fast.
half lit.
Half
The chat's going too fast. Slow down so I can read it.
Exactly. And he was literally half lit. And he told me, and we were joking at the end, when we were winding down, he goes, it got to the point I was drinking so much at the end of the show. He goes, I couldn't see the screen anymore. Because I just
had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, he had to go to the bathroom. He said when he did Wade Venture's interview, he said he had to go to the bathroom so bad during the interview, and he had been drinking before the show to relax, and he had to go to the bathroom the whole show, and he's just trying to hold it in.
That was funny.
But if you haven't watched that, it's a neat interview. I have a playlist now, guys, and I appreciate if any of you guys haven't watched my playlist. Like a lot of great interviews. Casey the Rockstar Flipper, Wade's Venture, some of the really big resellers. Beth's been on my show. Alexis has been on my panel. Maggie's been on my show. Some really neat stuff. Like I said, talking about Megan. I've had so many. Chris, who was something selling on eBay. I keep forgetting his name. That was Thrift Shop Hustler. I always call him the Thrift Shop Hustler. And now it's like what sold on eBay or something. But Chris is very knowledgeable about collectibles. Really, really neat guy. He's been on my show. I've had Shane, Rise and Grind Picker, I've had a really lot of really good resellers on the show. So there's a lot of great information there. So if you're new to my channel or you haven't watched it, please consider watching it. And I need the watch hours. So I have a playlist. So I would appreciate that. So I guess Maggie has to step away. Maggie is, I don't know if you Maggie didn't tell us, but basically she's stuck at the Jersey Shore. Maggie has a place in
Had let the cat in.
Okay. Maggie has a place in Pennsylvania right outside of Philadelphia. And she was down at Disney World and she traveled back and got into New Jersey. And I guess they wouldn't let you back in Pennsylvania, right?
Well, what happened was we had we were down in Disney World on the last day before it closed. And then we were having renovation work done here at this house. So we came up, and we also, because we had been in Disney World with all those people, we thought it would be better for us to just get ourselves together, stay away from people, because by then the whole virus thing was ramping up. We wanted to kind of isolate and stay away from people.
Yeah, there's less people obviously there than down. Yeah. So
we came down here to get ready for this renovation project, thinking once it got underway we would go back, but then they put this stay in place order in place, so we stayed. Yeah. I
just want to give a shout out to a couple of people that showed up. Todd the Hand, the silver hair sucker. Todd the Hand. Joe Philly Picker is here. Thanks for joining us, guys. If I missed anybody, hello. I always love Todd when he does the interviews. All you see is his hand on the mouse. He's a neat guy. I don't know if you guys heard the story how he and again I might mess this up a little bit, but basically I think it was a relative's daughter or something, or somehow by marriage or something, they had a video store. And for whatever reason, they weren't making enough money, and they decided to close the video store. And they were selling it out of their storage facility, and I guess for whatever reason, it wasn't working properly. So somehow they reached out to Todd, and Todd made an offer, and he believes that it's over $10,000 worth of inventory, and he paid $1,000 for it. So
and he's already made that $1,000 back and more.
Doubled it. He's made over $2,000 already, and he has, I think, like 80% of the inventory still left.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Doing
with
really
it.
well with it. Yep.
Bravo.
Todd, I want to know if you ever found one of those GameCube cords in your stash. I guess I would have heard about it by now, but
yeah, he didn't yet. I don't think. Okay. Well, that's a way to really find out about a subject you don't know much about, right?
Exactly.
Buy a huge pile of stuff.
Right in, right?
Again, yep.
I told him I'd take some of it off his hands.
That was funny. I was watching
say the word.
Sheldon, who was on my channel, the 9-pound hammer, and I was in the chat when Ty was in the chat. He goes, Sheldon, I'll give you like $4,000. I'll buy all the rest of it. He goes, you're more than double your money. And I think Todd's probably thinking, I'm gonna make at least another 10 grand out of this, Sheldon. Are you gonna give me $3,000 or $4,000? But that
244 video game sale today.
$244 worth of video game sales. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, Todd, I don't remember. Are you selling that on Amazon? And again, Maggie, I want to get to that before I forget. I want to ask you about the FBA shipments. Now, are they allowing? Let's see Todd's answer. Oh, there's Miss Donatella. Hello, Donatella. Donatella Balladino.
Hey, Donna.
But you know her, and Donatella, I was talking about. Donatella, you're welcome to join the panel if you like. I don't know if you're out and about. I mean, Donatella, it was funny. She said to me once, she goes, I don't know, I feel terrible because I can't join your show because I'm always picking up my kids at school. Now the kids are, stay at home. They're homeschooling. So if you're more than welcome to join us, Donatella, if you want to join us. And Donatella was on my show many, many moons ago with T, Auctions for You. That's Todd's video. Thanks.
Yeah, that's his channel. He's got a bunch of different videos.
Okay. Yeah, Donna. I don't know if you're traveling back and forth, or if you want to join us, you're more than welcome. So I wanted to talk about the FBA if they're allowing shipments again. And like I said, I wanted to get in the alternative sourcing too while we're here. I figure we're all kind of in the same boat. So work through your cash piles, your death piles, and then what do you do after you do that? You need inventory. So Maggie, why don't you talk about the FBA? Have they released the restrictions as far as shipping in FBA now?
So they are releasing some restrictions. Some things are still, and I don't know that there's any rhyme or reason to it. So for a long while, books, and what I sell is books, but I've seen different chats and people talking about they're allowed to sell this, but not that.
Right.
And for a while, books. So now you can send books in.
You can send books in?
You can send them in, but they're not shipping them. So,
for instance,
I have, a bunch of sales people have bought stuff on FBA going back 3 weeks, but that Amazon still hasn't shipped to the
They
customer.
haven't shipped. Well, that's going to get the customer a little annoyed, right?
Right.
And it's
So
not your
I've gotten
fault.
some inquiries. So I'm not
Yeah.
sending.
I had a
any-
refund today.
You got
I
a
had a refund today. Does that mean that's because the customer decided they didn't want to wait? You think?
probably.
Okay.
I would say
I didn't know if they
so.
took the. I didn't know if they took the money out when it shipped or when they ordered.
Oh no, they take the money out. They don't give you the money till it ships. So if you had a refund, it must have been a return.
Okay.
Well, that's what I'm hearing and what's happening. Again, I tell you guys, do as I say, not as I do. I really need to start getting this stuff up. That's why I'm going to try to set myself a schedule up. And we talked about that. I know, Beth, you're big with the bullet journals and, setting a schedule. So I'm just going to have to drag my ill rear end out of bed in the morning and just get moving around. And, and then maybe come about noontime, I'll be able to get a few things listed. But
someone told me that I should start a business where I create personal bullet journals for people who don't want to do it.
I have a customer for you.
Accountability, maybe tie in accountability.
Because I watch and I think, wow, that is so awesome. And I would never have the patience or the creativity to do that. But yeah.
I have a customer for you, Beth. I have someone that's come to me looking to make a journal, and I'm like, I don't know. Like that's not my thing.
But that's the fun part of it. I couldn't ever give someone what would be for them. Mine changes every month. So how would I charge for that, knowing that they're going to like it? Because
well, the purpose is they're not going to like it. You're going to basically put the I don't know how to say this properly. You're going to put pressure on them to perform, to be accountable for their actions. So in other words, you tell me the things you want to do. Let's come up with a system. Wake up at 7 a.m., shower at 7:30 a.m. Check email at 8 a.m. Take pictures at 9 a.m. Take break at 10 a.m. And then you just talk to them. What do you want to do? And we'll make a list and we'll make a bullet journal. And I'll call you, or we'll do a video call weekly or bi-weekly, or it's an opportunity, Beth.
I don't think that's really what they're asking for. I think they're asking to take what they know they need to do and they want to track,
right,
and put it into something that they can carry around and record in. I mean, I don't think they're asking me to plan their time. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. So it's what you produce it is what they want?
And
would you get something that
all I can do is say, look, people, go to Google and Google bullet journal spreads. They're all out there for you.
Okay.
They're all out there. There's hundreds of thousands of spreads out there. Just pick them and print them off, I guess, and put them in a 3-ring binder, because if you don't want to draw them, then just print them out,
Yep, that's what I did.
So
Valerie says she's not buying anything from Amazon right now. She's buying from eBay sellers because they're shipping faster.
Yeah,
that's right.
They are.
And eBay is, I think we've talked about this before, that eBay is really losing an opportunity right now.
Yes,
if they don't get on TV, if they don't get on the radio and say, hey, look, eBay sellers can ship fast.
Yeah, you're right.
And you can get your things next day or 3 days.
Yep.
And they're not. I don't see any eBay. Of course, I'm not really watching that much TV, but I do watch it occasionally. I haven't seen any eBay.
I don't see eBay commercials.
I've seen Macari.
Yep.
And I don't understand it, why they're not taking advantage of this opportunity, because a lot of people assume that eBay's slower than Amazon, and so they automatically order from Amazon.
And we have lower quality products for some reason. I think
exactly.
And it's an opportunity. Excuse me. It's an opportunity because eBay is basically, again, we're sellers from eBay, so it's different. But in my mind, eBay is basically for people like say over 45 or eBay shoppers typically. Amazon, everybody shops on Amazon. I don't care if you're 75 or you're 18. You're shopping on Amazon. So it's an opportunity for them to get that platform out there and say, hey guys, Amazon is pretty much just shipping, necessity things due to the current environment. We have individual sellers and that will ship things out to you. You'll receive it within 3 to 4 days typically. It's an opportunity. And they have a new COO that came from Walmart So you would think that he would be say, "Hey guys, here's an opportunity. Let's."
Yeah.
I don't know. Deb Digital Swag Maven said there are eBay commercials out there. I just haven't seen them, I guess, but I'm wondering what the content of the commercial is. Is it?
She's saying Etsy commercials.
Oh, Etsy. Sorry, I have my
Etsy.
glasses on.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for
Yeah, I have
correcting me,
some Etsy
Maggie.
commercials. Yeah.
I don't want these weird glasses I don't want to put on. They're so ugly.
For eBay.
I'll let you see them. They're just terrible. I lost my purple ones this morning. They're around here somewhere.
Somewhere. Maybe the cat has.
Look at these glasses. These are supposed to be like those kind that like deflect the screen.
Okay.
They're awful. I don't like them.
They're very retro 80s glasses frames. They're in right now.
Beth, I wanted to pay you a compliment. I went back and it came up in my feed, my suggested videos when we were in Las Vegas together at the eBay Open. And I was looking at you, and I was a lot lighter, and you were heavier, and you look tremendous now. I mean, compared to
gosh,
you look
thank you. You haven't seen me from here down.
Well, no, you never showed me. But I can see in your face.
I mean, I'm glad it's coming off my face, but I'd like it to be coming off other places as well.
That was fun for me to go back because I'm kind of jonesing for Las Vegas, and I watched the video and how we went to Hell's Kitchen and how you pose in front of Gordon Ramsay
with my frizzy hair.
Yeah, you're like.
Cindy says it's not fest everywhere right now. Some post officers are having a lot of trouble. Yeah, so far I haven't had any complaints from things not arriving on time, but
that's true. Yeah,
that's just my post office,
And with Amazon, it's that they're not even shipping it. But at least we're shipping it. It might take its way through but Amazon's just not shipping.
They're not.
It's true. Like my father's ordered a few things from there, and he's like, "Well, it'll show up when it shows up."
Yeah.
I did receive some shampoo today from Amazon, and it came rather quickly. But it's a special shampoo that I ordered to help me with my psoriasis. And so I don't know. Maybe they considered that more of an essential item. I don't know.
Yeah.
Essential. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, Junking Data Girl.
All right, bye.
It's Cha-Cha. She does auctions as well too. With Jose.
Hi, Yvonne. Oh, Cha-Cha. Okay.
Yeah, she does auctions. Like I said, Donatello's in
Hi, Yvonne.
Baltimore. Chad, he does auctions.
Hey, Yvonne.
Yvonne's here.
Yvonne. Yeah.
I don't see Yvonne because I have my YouTube chat up. Okay.
Then I ordered a USB. It's like a little strip. I can put like 5 or 6 USB cords in it. And I ordered that 2 weeks ago, and it hasn't come. But then I did order a carb blocker, and it came in 2 days from Amazon. So I don't think a carb blocker is essential. But I guess it comes under the drugstore category. So
it's a carb blocker.
It's kidney bean carb blocker. Everybody was talking about it on. I'm on Destiny Shamrock Pixie's mental health panel on Saturday mornings, and that's at 11 Central. If you ever want to join us, and we were talking about carb blockers, and there was a woman on there. Her name was Hot Mess Amy Thrifter, and she lost 100 pounds by using this carb blocker, and it's also a weight suppressant. And I'm having trouble. I'm at a plateau right now. On my weight loss, and I've been looking for a carb blocker, even though I don't really eat carbs. But when I cheat, I was telling them when we have cheat day, it actually ends up being cheat days because we have leftovers and we have to eat the leftovers the next day.
There's a lot of carbs.
So I wanted to take something that would at least help me with the carbs that I was eating. And so she put it up on the screen. I ordered it. And I got it in 2 days. Like I ordered it Saturday during the show live, and I got it Monday.
And that was Amazon or eBay?
Amazon.
Okay.
So I imagine it's just in a category of drugs, drugstore.
Right.
So, and like this shampoo, I just ordered this shampoo.
I try to order on eBay as much as possible because that's the platform I sell on. I told the story when I was working at a local supermarket. I would shop there, and they were higher than all the other local supermarkets. But I figured, hey, they're paying my salary, so I would shop there. That's where I do my food shopping. But so I try to shop as much as possible on eBay, and if I can't get it at eBay, then I'll shop on Amazon. But,
yeah, I have certain sellers on eBay that I go back to over and over again. And those are usually things like shipping supplies,
Right.
poly mailers, different things like that. I stick with them, because I know that I'm going to get the same exact, product.
Right. I'm going to take this minute to excuse myself, say thank you, Adam, for having me on.
Thank you, Alexis.
Ladies, you have a wonderful afternoon. And to the chat, bye, guys. I will see you around.
Bye,
Bye,
Alexis.
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 Nice
Bye-bye.
talking with you.
Okay, I had written down a few things. We talked about sourcing. Let me just touch on it again. Again, there's several people in the chat that run auctions. And again, I'm going to be, how do I put this? Politically correct, I guess. A lot of opportunities in auctions. Certain things, in my opinion, again, just solely my opinion, some things are being sold at eBay prices. Some things there's a lot of meat in the bone to resell. So I purchased things for myself personally at eBay prices, and I purchased some things for reselling. There's literally dozens and dozens and dozens of auctions now. So check out the auctions, guys. There's an opportunity for sourcing if you can't go to your thrift stores. Obviously, if you're locked down, Donatella's here. She does an auction. Paul is here. He has an auction. I know a lot of the storage locker buyers, they're doing auctions now. Deldon, who's been on my channel, does auctions. So again, guys, you probably come up in your feeds if you go to one or two of the auctions. You know how the YouTube algorithm will put things in your feed and want you to watch. So an opportunity, guys. I mean, again, know your pricing. You can also check pricing on eBay or whatever your other platforms, and you see as far as
Hi, Crystal.
if there's room to resell. Hello, Miss.
Hello.
Mask maker and supporter of the healthcare workers.
I'm trying.
You're doing a great job.
Have you used up all that fabric already I sent you?
Actually, no.
Okay, just checking.
I've used some of it.
Okay.
I know Todd reached out to me, the Flippin' Hustler, and he wanted some masks for Caroline. And I asked her what colors she wanted, but she wanted elephants. She wanted elephants. So luckily I had received the fabric that you sent me, and it had some of that the animal fabric in it, and so I was able to get her elephants. So that was
show one of your masks when you're one handy.
Hold on one second. I have to turn up my volume a little bit because I can't hear you guys.
Okay.
What were you asking me, Adam?
Show one of your masks.
I don't
have handy. Don't worry about it. I just figured.
Oh, you know what? I have mine. Mine is.
Okay, sure. I'm going to put.
Starting April 27th here in Houston, we'll be required to wear masks for 30 days.
Well, yeah, that's an opportunity. Like pretty much everyone's being required everywhere you go now. In New Jersey, it's retail stores. You have to wear them in retail stores.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a necessary step to get in the exemption up again.
I agree.
That's the price to pay. Oh, that's really good. I like the shape of that, Crystal.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't have to have the rose wire.
Right.
Is it really, really tight on your ears?
No.
Okay.
It's not tight on my ears.
And for everyone that Crystal sells at her cost, she donates to healthcare workers. She's doing a great job.
Yeah, and it's got the pocket on the inside right here. So you can put another layer of fabric if you want, or you can put, if you're able to find filters, you can put the filters in there.
And how can people contact you to get them from you?
You can message me on Instagram or on Facebook. I've been checking my Facebook every day now.
You've been checking Facebook?
I am, because people are trying to reach me and they're like, well, I don't have Instagram.
Crystal's not a Facebook user.
Are you anti-Facebook, Crystal?
Yes, I am.
She's quite a bit younger than me. So she's not a Facebook user.
Yeah, I don't like Facebook.
Facebook is an old people's platform now.
Exactly.
I don't like Twitter. I got kicked off of Twitter. And this is just me, guys. I got kicked off of YouTube Sunday, right, for violation during my live stream. I got kicked off of Twitter for spamming when Poshmark clearly says when you list something something to list it on Twitter or Facebook and something else, and I hit go. So I would do that every time I would list something on Poshmark, and Twitter banned me for spamming.
Spamming.
Now I'm getting messages 2 years later saying, "We want you back. Where have you been?" I'm like,
You
That's
banned
crazy.
me.
I don't know.
Nikki says, get your HEPA filtered vacuum bags up to sell. People are using them. Oh, people are using them in masks.
Yeah,
My
I've
vacuum bags aren't
people are
selling.
using the vacuum bags, and they're also using like the air conditioner filters.
Mine aren't selling.
Air conditioner filters, really? They put them in their masks? Okay.
Yeah, so you can cut it to fit your mask.
That's
You have
interesting.
the
Mine aren't
vacuum bag-
selling.
You have the vacuum bags up, Beth?
Yeah, and the other ones. The other ones.
Maybe put like
Oh.
a keyword on there, like mask filter.
Okay, I will.
Filter, yeah.
Or
I mean, I've had those things forever. Nobody wants them, but I didn't know that.
Crystal, Sharon B sent you a message on your Facebook.
oh, okay.
She'll get to
Cool.
it.
I'll check it in a little bit.
So what's going on besides you working your fingers to the bone, making masks 24/7?
That's it. I
That's
mean, yeah, I start sewing or cutting fabric from the time I get up, basically till the time I go to bed. And I've been getting up early and going to bed late. And my husband's like, "It's okay, I understand." As I keep telling him, "I'm so sorry, I'm working late tonight." And he's like, "It's okay, I understand." And I've just been doing that. And then Vicky gave me a bunch of stuff to list, so I
Okay.
have all of her listings also that I'm doing.
Right.
But
Crystal was assisting Vicky with Katie and Vicky.
Oh, okay. You're like her virtual assistant.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
she's physical that they literally dropping things off because I mean they're in the same town. Well, the same.
Oh, that's right,
Same region.
duh.
Yeah, same region.
Yeah, she's not far
It's
from
not
me.
virtual. She's live in color. I
Yeah.
got a Facebook request from somebody on a virtual assistant in the Philippines, and I looked at her Facebook feed. And I was like, I don't like some things she was posting. I said, I don't know about this.
Oh, I
Okay.
don't know how that would work. I mean, I have to like physically see the items and touch the items to be able to like write the descriptions and stuff. I don't know how you would do it
without, yeah.
just from a picture or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably hire some people for from Fiverr to do like video type things. Like create different things because I mean I understand in the States it's expensive and people want to be paid for the time. So I might get like end screen video or an intro video or that kind of stuff because you just follow the reviews. I mean it's not
Fiverr's good if you can find the right person on there.
right.
I mean, if you want to spend $5, expect to get.
Oh no, I don't want to spend
$5.
$5, but I don't want to spend $200 or $300.
No, I know, but I mean,
Right.
you really do get what you pay for on Fiverr because I think that people like creators, they know their worth.
Right.
And so, if you spend $5, you're going to get a $5
Oh, I understand.
logo.
Yeah, I just
so.
I mean, one of Donatella's friends does that, and I mean, I'll reach out to her, but again, I realize that she's in the States, and that's pretty much her full-time job now is doing that kind of work. So, I mean, I would expect it would be again. I'm not begrudging her; she needs to make a living, but I'm assuming it'll be a lot less expensive on Fiverr. And again, I want to spend $50, $75 for something that's good, but again, I don't want to spend $200, $300 if I don't have to.
Yeah.
So what I put them through, we talked about sourcing. We talked about, I guess with OA, it's really difficult online arbitrage because everyone's pretty much doing that now, right? Ladies,
I haven't had any luck.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But my price point is really low, like really low.
Well, I don't mind. I mean, I've been looking at some things like I subscribe to all these different
never-
like discount newsletters, daily newsletters, and I'll go on the sites. It's like, and then I'll find some. Oh, that'll work, and it's like sold out, sold out, sold out. It's like, yeah.
I think what I decided to do is I'm going to go ahead and go into what I call my winter closet, which I have clothes in there that I've sourced over the year that are for like winter. I'm just going to go ahead and start listing that stuff because I normally list it in July anyway. So we're almost to May.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we're getting the 50, how many is it? How many listings are we getting? 50,000 listings or whatever on eBay. Because I'm down to one little stack now of inventory to list. Okay. And I'm just going to start. I think I'm going to start doing that. I'm just going to start listing. I probably won't list the Halloween costumes, but I will start listing some of the lightweight sweaters and, things more for fall.
Mm-hmm.
And, just get that work out of the way.
Well, they say Christmas sells year round, so if you have any Christmas,
I don't have any Christmas. It's always listed. always
Oh,
listen.
that's what I'm going to
But-
talk about. Some opportunities this time of year. I think we just barely touched on it. And you guys, ladies, you can contribute. Puzzles, toys, video games, records. What else would you say were opportunities now for with people being on quarantine?
I've been selling DVDs.
DVDs.
You know what? I've been selling quite a bit of it, which is really kind of weird, but not.
Oh, books.
But books about, like, I buy a lot of not yearbooks, alumni directories,
Okay.
books about towns and local. You know, like I sold a church year anniversary book, 2 church anniversary books in the past week.
Oh,
So
wow.
I guess people are doing their genealogy and digging into that.
Okay.
So they're looking for those
Ephemera.
kinds of,
I
yeah.
heard that do-it-yourself. Like I know in YouTube, do-it-yourself videos are doing very well because people are home. They're like doing home
Yeah,
improvements and things.
do
So I guess you have any
project.
books that are do-it-yourself type books.
Yeah.
Even puzzle books, right?
Audio
You have
books.
books with puzzles.
I've been selling
Or
them.
I know the various, I
Oh.
forget what they're called, the various, find the words and those different kind of things. I guess they're selling as well.
Could I tell Nikki something?
Sure.
Nikki, I was telling you about how I was going to throw all those bases away from my parts, but I have sold 2 bases in the last 2 days. So I think I'm going to keep them in there.
Oh, that was the
I
other thing
usually
wanted to talk
throw
about
the
parts.
bases out. What?
I want to get into that a little bit too, since I have you.
Yeah.
on the-
I mean, I can't believe it. I sold the bottom of a steamer yesterday, and the day before
Wow.
that, the bottom of an egg cooker. So just, and I really believe this, Adam, and I was going to do a video on this. Y'all are going to make fun of me. I really believe if you go around and you touch things in your inventory, they will sell.
You've been watching Todd the Thrifty Hustler.
I'm sorry because it happens every time.
It works for him.
I had this mug for like
You
2
will
years.
I want you
And
to
it was this ugliest mug you ever saw. And I put it on my wife's desk for her to put pencils in. And I never did put it away in my inventory. And I see that dumb thing every day when I would go out the door, sitting on the desk. And one day I just picked the stupid thing up and I was like, I should just donate this. And I mean, the very next day that thing sold, and it sold for like $30.
Oh.
And this happens to me all the time. So I think I'm just going to go around and I'm just going to start touching stuff. But you can't just touch it. You have to touch it and look at it, look at its name, think something in your mind. I haven't sold this yet. It will sell. I'm telling you. I'm not
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
this show is
I'm sending you to Goodwill, and then it'll. It's like
Show's
no,
going
please
full
don't.
circle. We're talking about meditating and concentrating on things. So you're actually like saying, sell.
I don't understand it. So y'all may see a
Works for
video in the
Todd.
near future of me going around and casting spells on all this stuff that has been sitting there a while.
Can you come and just go over my death pile and say, Adam, list, it'll sell.
You have to
I don't know
list
who's
it.
worse, you or Barry.
Well,
It is a
to sell.
toss-up between who is worse, you or Barry.
Oh, I think
guess
I'm worse.
I'm going to say Barry because I've seen Barry's.
Mhm.
Yours, I've only
I
heard of.
probably have about 40 pair of women's jeans and probably another sorted dozen
And-
items plus maybe
And 2
25,
weeks
30
ago,
pieces
it
of
was
jewelry.
40 pairs of women's jeans.
I know. I haven't listed anything.
And a month ago, it was 40 pairs of women's
I hate
jeans.
women's jeans. I mean, I love women's
It's
jeans.
like-
Don't get me wrong. I love women. I love women's jeans. I hate listing them is what I should say.
But when he pulled that puzzle out the other night,
Oh, yeah. How much was it worth?
and he pulled out those Billy Basses.
Oh, there's Billy.
I'm like,
They
what are
sell
you
like crazy.
doing?
And Billy Bass is easy to list. That's what I'm going to start doing, listing my hard goods because they're easy to list.
I hope he didn't watch this later. He's going to say we're talking mean
Billy
about it.
Bass
I love
was the
Barry. He's one of
on
my
the
favorite
wall?
people.
Yeah, the thing that flops around and talks.
I have one of them.
He
They
has
sell
a
like
catfish.
crazy.
He has a
Even
Jaws.
for parts.
He has a Jaws. He has a catfish.
Yep.
He has one brand new in the box. Those things are heavy sellers. His puzzle was worth a lot of money. I mean,
Yeah. How much was that puzzle worth?
the one he saw sold for $500, didn't it?
Wow.
Oh my God.
It was that wooden
Did he
puzzle,
sell it or that
that peacock. He looked up the
one of the
solds.
souls? Right.
It sold
right.
on auction for that. Can you believe auction? Not even listed.
Wow.
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
Some of the stuff he had,
Unbelievable.
I was over there dying. I was like, I cannot believe you've not listed this. Cocomotion. Who knows how long he's had that Cocomotion sitting there?
What is
That's
Cocomotion?
$40 right there. I don't know.
I'm going to show you guys real
I
quick.
call him every once in a while and bug him about it, but it doesn't do any good.
Here you go.
Uh-oh. There you
Oh
go.
no.
I'm just going to do that. I don't want to get a copyright, but
Yeah, I have got one of those things.
Yeah, those things are worth money. They still
yeah,
sell for some weird
absolutely.
reason, but
Crazy. My
absolutely.
husband brought it home. I'm like, what the heck are you doing with that? He's not like on my cell. I didn't even look it up. I'm like, you're crazy. But
It's all like crazy.
gonna go
I
dig
guess
it
some
out.
like nostalgia things too. I mean, I guess like nostalgia toys, and I saw someone was selling Lionel trains on auction, one of the YouTube auctions. I guess
Oh.
people maybe they have trains and they were setting that stuff up again in their basements, and they're playing with their kids with their trains.
There's this one lady at the Austin bins, and all she does is go through bin after bin looking for Thomas the Tank Engine pieces.
Okay,
Wow.
That's all she does.
really?
She
Okay, I guess she
finds
makes money out of that. Yeah.
And I always tell her, I said, she's there every time I go, and I always tell her, I said, if I find one, I'll find you and I'll bring it to you.
now several years back, Ross used to sell all of the chugging tin trains. It's kind of like Thomas, but they talk.
Okay.
And my son was so into trains, and I would go to like every Ross every week trying to find all the chugging tins.
You have a Ross
you
right now
imagine
on
what
that
the
strip,
stuff
right?
is
I'm sure it's pricey though.
Yeah, I haven't been to that one though.
Can I
I'm gonna
send you a
can
link
you
why
imagine
the
what
Billy
this would be like
Bass are so
over there?
popular? Sure, Gina. Gina,
was that,
we're Facebook friends. Pretty sure we are. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too, guys. I mean, I'm not again, please don't criticize me. Just my thoughts. I'm not big about what's sold, but I do like somebody say like with Barry with that puzzle. Like, who would have thought that would sell for so much? But I have ADD, and I had ADD before they knew what ADD was. I tell the story sometimes. I'd be in like 4th grade class, and I literally every day after school I'd have to stay in class to finish my schoolwork. People that weren't as smart as me and I would finish all the schoolwork, I would never finish my schoolwork because I guess I was daydreaming during the school year because I had ADD. I didn't have hyperactive ADD. I just ADD. I couldn't get anything organized and done. So, I watched some of these sold videos. It's like, for like 5 minutes, I can't watch this anymore. Same thing with people love dumpster diving videos and storage auction videos. I mean, I'll watch it for 5-10 minutes, but I can't watch an hour of it. But people love that stuff. But again, there's opportunities if you guys are willing to watch it. Just see what other people are selling, and there's opportunities. A lot of things that it's like, well, I never knew that was worth that much. I never thought that would sell. Wow, that sold for how much? So I mean, there's opportunities out there. Okay,
Adam, I hate to run, but my boss calls, so
do what you got to do, Beth. Thank you for joining us.
Got to keep this job.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Beth.
Thanks. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye, Beth.
Yeah, so I mean, again, there's opportunities, like I said, with the various auctions are on YouTube now. They're all over the place. There's a lot of jewelry auctions from nice sterling silver things to costume jewelry to jewelry where you can take apart the pieces and make your own jewelry from it. Saw that stuff on Etsy. I know Beth said she didn't have any success on Etsy. Crystal, I think you said you sell on Etsy, right?
Yeah, I do sell on Etsy. I sell all my vintage on Etsy. So it could be vintage toys, vintage books, vintage
clothing.
Vintage clothing.
Okay.
You do sell vintage clothing on Etsy?
Yes, I do.
I have some vintage clothing. I've thought of putting it out there.
Right.
You get a higher dollar amount for it on Etsy than
Right.
you do like on Poshmark or on eBay.
I haven't figured out the pictures. I can't.
Are they square pictures on Etsy? Is that
Yeah, they're square.
They're square, but even if I create a square picture of a long dress and I create the square for, say, Poshmark, when I put it up on Etsy, it crops it down so you can only see part of the.
Really? Is there a
It
trick to
does
that,
on the
Crystal?
little thumbnail. On the thumbnail, it does. So sometimes you may have to use a different site like Canva or something to create it to fit it perfectly.
Oh, okay.
Because it does crop it on the thumbnail.
Canva.
And that's a pain.
So what would you have to do, Crystal?
Use maybe like Canva
You
Canva,
would
yeah.
import it somehow in the Canva and resize it somehow?
Yeah, just put the picture into Canva and you can put in a custom size and I'll just resize it.
Oh,
for you.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
I
I'll
guess-
look into
I guess
that.
if you search on Google, I'll tell you what the custom size is for Etsy.
Yeah, or even if you're just in your Etsy listing and it'll say pictures look better this size, and that's the size that you use. So
Like,
you don't even have to
that's why I love having you guys on it to talk about
That's a great
the various
idea.
platforms. Great tip.
Nikki just sold a vintage 90 on Etsy. I have a few. I don't have a lot of vintage, but I do have some, and I get it fairly often. So
I do too. Yvonne says she consumes a lot of YouTube content, and Yvonne does. I like Yvonne's videos because she actually, well, back in the day when we could go into thrift stores, she would actually take you like on a thrift along. She would go in like a thrift store and she would like pick something up and she'd say,
"Yeah, I like
I'll buy
watching
this
videos
because
like that."
I won't buy this because," and I love those videos. But just for me to see the souls, and don't get me wrong, guys, there's a lot of value in that. I just personally, I just can't. It's my mental capacity. I just can't watch it. I watched like 10 minutes. I was like, okay, I can't watch this anymore. It's great. I mean, because you learn a lot.
No, I get sucked into those videos, like when she's at the thrift store.
Oh, sure. I love her videos.
And then she's looking at things, and I'm like, "Oh wait, go back! I want to see that," And I'm like, "No, wait!" Like, oh man,
I'm like that.
I want that thing.
And I'll be like, "Wait a minute, you're walking right past the books. What are you doing?" But they're
I would have Yvonne join us, but she said she's out somewhere in the stores. I guess Colorado, is a little different as far as their restrictions. She's out. I don't know if she's out grocery shopping or something. Oh, you only. That's what I tell people too with my my videos, Yvonne. I say if they can just play them in the background, and if they find something interesting when they're listening, I'm gonna play my playlist. If they hear something interesting, maybe they can just stop for 2 minutes and just to watch it, and just go back to like having music on. Just have it playing in the background. I mean, it helps me, and then I mean, I go back a lot of times because I mean, again, I'm older than some of you, and I forget things. I'll go back. It's like, wow, that's right. That was a great tip. And of course, I always write down these tips, and I never can find them. And then I end up writing them. I really need to keep like with Beth. I need to be organized and keep like a tip sheet and like all the different tips, you know. And just because I mean, there's some really, I call them nuggets, or as Christians call them pro tips. It's like, wow, I never knew that. Oh, that's a great tip. Or this is a great website. I didn't know about that. Or this is a great Chrome extension. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, you learn.
Maggie, were you talking about you do cross posting with some kind of Chrome extension? Was it you?
I use a Chrome extension called Cross Listed.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't familiar. You mentioned that. I never was familiar with that at all.
Lets me.
Can you do that? Can you do a screen share now? Would you like to show it, or that's
of how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just. I mean, because I'm just trying to bring value to the people here. I mean, we're pretty much chit chatting, which I love. But I mean, we can bring some value and some because there's some experienced sellers there, and I had never heard of that.
All right, so let me.
So you do a screen share if you know how it's down the bottom, that little TV looking thing.
I see it.
And then I find using Chrome tabs is easier. I pull it up in advance, and then I do Chrome tabs and then click on it, and then I'll allow you to show it on the chat.
Okay. So let me share my screen.
Right, and it should pop up down below for me, and I'll allow it. So it takes a while to figure out how to work that. It might take a couple of attempts.
Oh, Google Chrome will not.
Oh, Divine says, she says, I'm not shopping. She says, been home for 8 weeks now. Okay. Ruh-roh. So much for screen sharing.
Oh, I know. It's horrible just to be stuck at home, like nothing's open. But I've been shopping just online. So I've bought a ton of inventory. I just haven't had any
You've been
time
finding things online. Okay.
Yeah, I bought a lot actually.
I know you were buying like boxes, right? You were buying like thread up boxes and things?
No. I did buy from ThreadUp, but I don't buy the boxes because I don't like not knowing what I'm getting.
Okay.
So I'll wait till they have, like the end of the season sale or like a 50% off, they're already reduced price sale or something like that. And then I'll purchase a bunch of stuff. So I just did that. I also buy from the Real when they have discount sales or they offer like a $30 in-store credit or something like that.
Okay.
So I'll buy
Real. Is that like the clothing thing, or?
Yeah, it's a pre-owned. It's kind of like a thrift store, but a higher end.
Gotcha.
I'll shop the Real, and then I also shopped with Wade. So Wade has
Right, he does some lots. Right,
Wade's Ventures Wholesale on Instagram.
right. Oh, on Instagram. Okay.
Yeah, so he posts his wholesale lots on Instagram, and I picked up a couple of those. And then I
need to
also
look at
bought,
that because, like I said, Instagram is basically for younger people, but there's a lot of opportunities. I was what David even said. He follows a lot of resellers on Instagram, and he basically just uses that for he follows people that are resellers.
Yeah.
He follows to see what they're selling, and
Yeah.
he gets the bolos that way.
Yeah, so I purchased a couple of lots from Wade, and then Derek reached out to me, NASCAR man, and he said that he had a bunch of vintage toys and that he wanted to show them to me
Your video.
before auction. So he showed me a ton of, and I put out a video actually of the box that I opened up.
Yeah, I saw the video. Yep.
I bought all the toys. I bought them all.
Right. I bought all the toys.
All the toys. I bought them all.
Whenever you're ready, Maggie.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know why it just flipped everything off. So if I share,
there's a learning curve, and with YouTube and StreamYard and the internet and everything, it's crazy. But we'll get you to become a pro at this.
okay, share entire screen.
There you go. Beautiful. I'll show it here.
So here I have a draft I was working on
Okay.
of a dance costume.
You should be able to go full screen on that too. I don't usually do it, but there should be a way to go full screen if you want. If not, you can just do it.
Full screen. I don't know.
All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can't see what you're. Oh, why can't?
That's fine. I'll just make a full screen when we're done. I'll watch it on the replay.
Yeah, but if you can't see it, that's a little crazy. How do I make it full screen?
I've never done it, but I know other people have done it, and there's got to be a box or something, or maybe on the
share screen.
Paul, do you know how to do it? I know Paul's in the chat. He does a lot with stream.
And then it says your entire screen or application window. Oh,
Entire
Chrome
screen.
tab, maybe.
Maybe you go in. Okay.
Should I do application?
Well, I use Chrome tab, but there's a way to make it. I know other people have put it up, and then they show it, and then they make it full screen. I've never done it, but what's he saying? Box on upper left corner. Okay. You have to do full screen and a box on upper left corner.
It says your entire screen.
And then Yvonne's saying application. Okay.
Application window. All right, let's try
Okay.
application window.
Okay.
Application window. Let's see, what do you see here?
Okay, and
If I
said
go
there's
to
a box
there.
in the upper left corner, he said.
I don't see a box in the.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to practice.
I'm on
that.
a Mac, so I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
try.
right.
Let me just be. I don't want to waste all your
That's
time.
fine,
Let me
that's fine.
try one more time. Just
Sure.
doing the Chrome
Okay.
thingy.
No, I don't think I can do it. I don't think. Well, why don't you pull it up again? I'll see if I can do it. Let me try it. Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Is this showing?
I can do it. Yep. Thanks, Sharon. All right, so you're full screen now.
Okay. So this is
Thanks, Sharon. I
this
learn
is
something new every day.
this is the costume. You know what? I have to do it. You have to do it from a live eBay listing.
Okay.
So let me go to a live eBay listing.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize because I was watching other shows and they were doing it themselves, but they were the creator. So I guess when somebody's on the panel does it, I have to allow it. Okay, cool.
Okay. So here's a live listing of mine. So what I do is I go up here to this little thingy and I say I want to post it to Posh. You can post to Poshmark, Macari, Etsy, or eBay. So I choose Poshmark and Macari, and I created this. If you have the photos on your computer, you can check off. You can click off download images. But if you don't, then you can have it download your images. So I have it download my images. I set my prices, and then I just click start. And then what it does, you'll see the images start popping up on the bottom of my screen. So it downloads all the images, but it doesn't put the image into the listing though. That's the only thing. And then it'll open a Poshmark window, and then it will open a Macari window.
Really? Okay. And is this fee based?
Yeah, it is, but it's $9.99 a month for unlimited listing.
Wow, that's very reasonable.
Yeah,
And you're happy with it?
I'm very happy. So here's what
Good,
it
good,
brings
good,
up
good.
Macari with, you'll see with the title and with the description. Sometimes it'll put in the Macari, you have to do a little bit of that, you know.
Sharon has a question because are you clicking a plug in on the browser? We don't see that part. That's how this perfectly works.
Can you see this little on the very upper corner here where my arrow is? This little symbol. Can you see?
I can't because I have the StreamYard thing up. But okay, they can probably see it in the chat.
Can you see it? I don't know if it helps if I bring it down into the middle here. It's this little, yeah, it's just a little, it's a Chrome extension. So it's just a little icon that sits up on your thing there. And then for Poshmark, oh, it needs me to log in. It just brings up, see, it didn't do it because I wasn't already logged in.
Okay.
In Poshmark, the title, the description would all be filled in.
Well, I tell you what, for $10 a month, I mean, that's even like something that a smaller seller could use. That's great.
Yeah, because I looked into.
Could you just type that in the chat? Are you going to have to? Are you in the YouTube chat or are you in the StreamYard chat?
I can go into the YouTube chat.
Yeah, because I've asked them multiple times aloud that they want StreamYard won't allow you to type in the chat as a guest on StreamYard. You can do it obviously on YouTube, but they want the creator to have control, which I understand it, but that's the rules. Them the rules.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Good.
It just
I know people love List Perfectly, but I again, some people think it's reasonable, some people think it's a little pricey. But
I just thought it was too pricey for me.
For $10 a month, that's phenomenal. That's very reasonable.
If you're doing a lot of business, you know, I have 700 some listings, so I'm a small.
I guess if you have 2,000, 4,000 listings, List Perfect is not bad. But like I said, if you have 400, 500, 600 listings, then maybe it's an opportunity. Great. Thank you, Maggie.
And it's not I don't.
It's not an affiliate link or anything. It's just you're just sharing.
Like that. Yeah, it's just something that. Yeah.
I mean that's why I'm here, guys. That's why I want to try to bring value to you guys. That's why I have these great ladies on there, and they're willing to share their knowledge with us. Thank you so much. That's very reasonable in my opinion. Anyway, $10 a month, and you said you're very happy with it.
I am, because for me the clunkiness is in bringing up the listing and for me bringing the photos in and all of that. So yeah,
I think Crystal said you can do it in Canva. You can size it, and then she says when you're in what was it
for Etsy,
it'll say what size it has to be.
For Etsy, I'm going to definitely try. My pictures are already in the right format for Poshmark and Macari, but I'm definitely going to try Canva for the Etsy. That is a great tip.
That's why we're here. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I like using Canva too because you can add something on top of your photo. Like if you wanted to add text, or if you wanted to put maybe like a sale or something like that, you can add it on that thumbnail photo.
Crystal, you say you use the free version or the paid version?
The paid. I use the paid version, but the free version has tons of features.
I use
every time I see anything on Canva, it's always paid. So I don't know.
I use the free version of Canva.
I'm gonna have to go off. I'm gonna mute myself.
I hosted a Poshmark party yesterday, so I created a little box in Canva to advertise the Poshmark party, or if you're having a sale or something like that.
Yeah, I love using Canva. I have some videos on my channel. If people want to learn how to use Canva, I have a Canva playlist on how to use it.
Crystal, you're welcome if you want to post one. Once you post one of your videos, and that way people can just click on it, and then they'll be able to subscribe to your channel. I mean, I'll put you down in the description later. Do you have YouTube open? Okay.
I can pull it up.
Okay, you have to use YouTube to post. Okay.
Yeah, it stinks that you can't just click on the three little dots and get to somebody's.
Isn't that annoying? And I don't know if they just did that temporarily because all the people that are online now, or that's something permanent. Somebody said it has something to do with they don't want you leaving. I don't know. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me.
As far as I understand, it's because they're trying to eliminate the sub for sub channels.
Okay.
Oh.
And then they've also cut back commissions on the various affiliate links too. And I know Amazon did. Amazon's Amazon's making money hand over fist, and they're cutting back their affiliate commissions. Like, they kicked me off, which I understand. I asked people to buy from me, and they never bought anything, so they kicked me off. But the people that were like doing really well with them, and they kicked them off. They said, or they reduced their commissions like in half.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, they used to have they called it the Admageddon, when it was they cut all their fees for the for the various ads that run on your channel. They cut their fees on that, and they're cutting them again. And then Amazon cut their fees on their affiliates. It's like I said, that's the way you make money. I mean, because you don't make really a lot of money on AdSense. I mean, you make money on affiliate links and different things, and that's what I want to get into a little bit. And just because I've spent a couple $1,000s on equipment, I'm going to spend more. So if I can get back, $100, $200, $300 over the course of 6 months, it's something.
Yeah.
Maybe it pays for a lens or something to do with I have to get a new computer, or I have to get new software. So it's expensive.
That's really the biggest way to make money on YouTube is through affiliate links. Because, like, for my channel, I don't even have 1,000 subscribers, but my channel already makes money because of my affiliate links. Mm-hmm. So I'm not worried about having 1,000 subscribers or something to monetize my channel, because that's like pennies. It's not really. Yeah. And I would rather have.
They take 30%. So.
Yeah, and I would rather have a small group of subscribers that actually watch my content and get something out of my content, and that are friends of mine, where I know everybody's name, and we're like a little family, as opposed to having tons of subscribers that could care less what my content is. They're not even watching it. That's not what I want out of YouTube. I would rather put my content out there and somebody gets something out of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's always kind of confused me, because I don't do YouTube, I don't do any videos, but I would see people, and I know that you want the subs but I never understood why you would want subs just for the fact of sake of having them if they're not going to watch.
I don't want subs if they're not going to watch. I know some of these people get involved in these trading subs for subs, but eventually YouTube pulls them down anyway.
Yeah, and you would think you would.
If they don't watch my channel. I have like 1,500 subs, but my typical video gets 150 to 200 views. So obviously, 90% of my subs aren't watching my show.
Yeah, to me, I don't think it matters how many subs you have.
It's huge again. They stay on your show.
It's who's watching the content, because
Yep.
If they're not watching it, you're not making money from them anyways. Mm-hmm. So if they are watching it and they're watching the ads, that's where you make the AdSense. It's from them watching the ad. So if you have 10,000 subscribers.
If I'm watching your show, Rosie, and an ad comes up and I click skip ad, that's not getting you anything.
Correct.
So if I were to just let it run.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll do that from now. I didn't realize that, honestly, as a watcher.
Yeah, it takes AdSense away from the creator if you click.
Okay.
So, but you can't. You don't have those ads.
I mean, Crystal,
you have 1,000 subscribers, because you can't monetize your channel until after 1,000 subscribers.
Right. So you want to get to that.
Yeah. But there's there's plenty of other opportunities on YouTube to make money without having your channel monetized.
Right.
So you can work with other companies to like promote their products. Do affiliate links.
Sponsor your channel for different things. Yep.
Yeah, sponsor your channel. You don't have to have 1,000 subscribers. You don't have to be monetized.
Right. You can just reach out to them. I mean, I don't know if you're a jewelry seller, let's say.
Right.
You can reach out to somebody that's one of the channels, the jewelry brands.
Right.
Your jewelry brand,
Or just a product that you really love and something that you want to promote.
Like I know somebody that sells, was it Lip Sense, I think it's called?
Yeah.
And maybe you can reach out to like Lip Sense and say, hey, I have a jewelry channel, or I have a clothing channel, and I have a lot of female viewers, and would you like to sponsor my channel?
Oh, Paul's asking who I use for an affiliate dashboard.
Right.
Well, right now my affiliate links are either directly through a specific company, like Live Infinitely, for example, is a brand that I love. It's a yoga brand. a lifestyle brand, and so I have an affiliate link with them directly. And then also Amazon. So I do use Amazon affiliates. Yeah.
I think that's nice. Again, I was kicked off Amazon because my viewers didn't click on my links. But it was nice about Amazon is a certain period of time. I don't know if it's 24 hours. I think it's 24 hours. If somebody clicks on your link and purchases anything on Amazon, not just your link, you get commissions on that item.
Mm-hmm.
So if they click on, let's just say you have a scale that you use for eBay. They click on the scale and they end up buying a TV. You get commissions on that TV.
Ah.
That's where you make money.
Nikki says most companies won't invest in small channels, but maybe small companies. Well, it doesn't have to be big
smaller
companies.
companies. Yeah,
True. That's true, but you're not asking them to invest. Like if you're doing an affiliate, if you're asking them,
we're talking about an affiliate as opposed to a sponsorship, right?
Yeah, if you ask for a sponsorship, that's different, and your channel is small.
Right.
But if you're asking for an affiliate, that's different. Like for me,
if I drive traffic to your website, will you pay me a commission on the people that I brought to your website?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So you talk about the various yoga wear, and then if somebody clicks on the link, and you mentioned the link, I'm assuming, and if somebody clicks on that link, then you would get a commission.
Yeah.
Yeah, sponsor. Right. Right.
Yeah, sponsor is different.
It's all different. But like a lot of the bigger resellers are using this perfectly. They get an affiliate commission on that. And then on some of these links, you get a recurring commission. If they stay on like month to month, you'll get a commission every month.
Mm-hmm.
Not all, but some. I like I said, I don't do that, but I mean, I'm eventually I'd like to get some of the money back I'm investing in the YouTube.
Yeah, there are so many products out there. I mean, if you're using products and showing products in your videos,
sure.
No matter what it is you're using, maybe it's like, I don't know. For example, this smoothie thing I'm drinking right now. You know, if I was sharing this with all of you guys, I would put it in the link down below, because I'm sure on their website you can find an affiliate program. So you could go there, look up the affiliate program, and then share it in the videos that you're making.
Well, like you talk about children with learning disabilities, and you could promote maybe something to help educate your child, maybe, or something you found, like you talked about those weighted blankets. I mean, things like that. You could maybe get affiliate links, you know?
Yeah. Just about anything.
I mean, because you have specialized. I mean, I support you because I support you. I think you're a great lady, and I watch your channel, and I don't have a child that has issues, but you have people that come specifically to your channel that have children that have autism or whatever. So I would say if you could find a website or something, like some kind of thing you could purchase, things that help with educate your child or help your child have autism.
Yeah, you could.
ID situation, because
I've done a few cooking videos, and I use my pressure cooker, which
there you go.
One of the brands is Instant Pot, which is like the super popular
that's
brand.
the most popular one. Yep.
Yeah, the pressure cooker that I own is not Instant Pot brand, it's a different brand.
Mm-hmm.
But I post that link at the bottom of every one of my cooking videos that I'm using my Instant Pot and Instant Pot, sorry. My crock pot. And I've sold several of them on Amazon through that, and then you get your affiliate commission for that.
It's funny you said that. I have one that I bought. It was Wolfgang Puck. I bought on Home Shopping Network or QVC. You know how they have like those little, I don't know what they're called. They're called shuttlecocks and little pressure things on top. Yeah. And I know they could get lost. So mine's broken. So I figured I might just sell that shuttlecock thing. Was it like 6 ounces? Like forget ship it for about $3. I mean, I get like $10 for it or $12 for it. You know?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, sell the parts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have things around your house, like Beth was saying, not the basics, but if you have appliances around your house that maybe most of it still works, you can sell parts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's an opportunity. I wish it was more handy. I would definitely sell parts.
Yeah. Adam, I'm going to have to leave you.
I was saying we're about an hour and a half now. Just thank you, ladies, and I know I appreciate everybody hanging out. We're averaged about 20 people for the whole show, so that's great. That's really appreciate everyone being here. Again, I'm going to put your YouTube channel. Well, you don't have a YouTube channel, Maggie, but
I do not.
we'll talk if you can stay for 1 minute. I know Crystal has to go. But I'll put your whatever you want to put. If you want to put your Instagram, or you want to put one of your stories,
okay.
whatever. We'll talk, right after the video ends. Crystal, thank you.
Thank you.
Talk offline. Tell me what you want to put in the description below on your Instagram, I'm assuming, and your Etsy store for the mask, possibly.
Yeah, that's. I'll hang on for a few minutes.
Okay. I didn't want to keep you too long.
No, it's okay.
Guys. All right, great. Again, guys, I really appreciate you all being here. Some of you I know are newer in my chat. And again, I try to bring, this is a little different. I figured I would do, it was difficult booking guests. So I figured let me bring on some of my friends and resellers I really admire that are great people. Two of them right here, very knowledgeable and really sweet people. And I mean, what Crystal doing is just amazing, making those masks for healthcare workers. So I wanted to thank her, and I appreciate her giving me a few minutes of her time. So again, guys, if you find this content interesting, it's reselling interviews on every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. I have a playlist with the various people from Rockstar Flipper to Wade's Ventures. Okay, was somebody's ringing? Was that your doorbell?
Yeah, it's my ring doorbell.
Okay. So anyway, guys, so please like, subscribe, comment, and please hit the thumbs up on your way out. And we'll be here again next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everybody.